What's going on, people? Get some people enough time to come up in the room. Mic up a little bit. What's happening? I ain't been live in a minute. I wanted to go live on this topic here because this is an interesting topic. I wanted to come live for an hour and teach, break some stuff down for you guys. You know, I ain't been having the urge to go live like I used to, but for this topic, let me see. For this topic, I'll go live, and I'll really go. Wait a minute, let me fix this thing. Okay, yeah, we back. Yeah, I go live and I'll go in on this. Now, there's a lot of distractions, right? This situation with this Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Just a month ago, everybody was talking about Diddy and no Diddy and Diddy this and Diddy that. And how come Diddy all of a sudden just went off the radar? Nobody's talking about Diddy no more. It's like, you know, they got the no Diddy thing, but it's like you get distracted from distraction. You have a situation going on in Israel and Palestine, right? And you have right now, what's going on there, shot on college campuses. You have riots breaking out on college campuses across America, right? Nobody's talking about it. You have an anti-Semitism bill that they're trying to pass, and I'm going to read it. Nobody's talking about it. Last month, hold on. Wait a minute. Why is this thing moving slow like this, doing this? Hold on. Wait 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Okay, yeah. 1 month, everybody's talking about P. Diddy. They're raiding P. Diddy's home. Pandemonium's breaking loose. They're talking about his children. Then all of a sudden, you notice nobody's talking about P. Diddy no more, right? Now they're hitting you with the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and they dropping diss track after diss track, and everybody all over the world is talking about it, right? But now there's so-called rumors going around where Kendrick Lamar is getting pushback because Kendrick Lamar was doing such a great job and kicking Drake's behind that the powers that be done sent him a warning. They done told him, hey, man, you got to shut up a little bit. You got to shut that down. You got to chill out. Now, they're vehemently denying this. But what I'm going to go over today is show proof that there's no way that they can actually deny it because they have billions of dollars locked in to Drake and invested in with Drake. And now with all the situations that's going on with the pedophile talk, shootings at his home, there was a shooting on the 29th at the Weeknd house. And they were saying that the Weeknd and Drake was already having to go back and forth because Drake put his name in the diss track. So now you have bodies dropping, security guards getting shot. You have one thing that you guys, that's going to be very interesting that I'm going to show. Hold on for a second. Let me pull this up too. 1 second. One thing that's going to be very interesting in this live stream that I'm going to show is a guy named Lucian Grange. He's one of the most powerful. He's the most powerful man in music. And I'm going to prove to you and I'm going to show you why the Puffy situation went away. And they're not talking about it right now. Because there's a problem in the Puffy's scandal. And until they get this problem rectified, they can't do nothing to Puffy. And see, I don't like to go live too much no more because you get your channels demonetized. They take videos down because you're not allowed to talk the truth. You're not allowed to tell the truth. You're not allowed to come before the people and actually show the people actually the who's who, what's going on. And I'm not going to do no cussing. I'm not going to do no loud talking. All I'm going to do is in this stream is show who the players are and why nobody can go back and forth with Drake. because Drake is an industry plant and he's the billionaire's baby that they sit there to make money off of them. Now, while we're running around screaming FBA, we're not practicing FBA because all over the country, everybody's dancing to You're Not Like Us and Drake's music, but we're off we're off the mission. This thing ain't about battling Drake. We're supposed to be on a reparations crusade. We're supposed to be on a crusade to stop gentrification in our communities and build. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about no Diddy. I mean, it's so bad, D-Shot. It's so bad, D-Shot, that y'all remember the Alabama brawl? Hold on for a second. Why is not coming up over here? Y'all remember the Alabama brawl when they beat that black man up on that pier and it went worldwide and everybody was talking about it? But when they gave that man a charged him with something, the media didn't cover it. And none of these Negroes said a word. It's like y'all only get charged up and talk about the things that the media tell you to talk about. When are we going to get a unified way of thinking and start moving the way we need to move? Because it seems like whatever the media socially engineer you to talk about or do, that's what y'all guys do. Y'all don't focus. Y'all ain't focusing on nothing FBA. Nothing. Everything is about whatever salacious news or whatever they prop up in the media. Peace, Janice. Whatever they prop up in the media, that's what y'all go for. Now, I want y'all to ponder on this, right? I want y'all to ponder on this. Last month, everybody was all over Diddy. And when I share my screen, before I get off into the Drake, I want to prove my point first as to why I'm doing this stream. Who are the powers that be? And who told Drake he had to back off and why? So, how many minutes we in? We in 7 minutes, so I'm going to wait for 10 minutes. I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about so we can get an outstanding understanding and education as to what's happening here, the who is who, and why these things are happening. Now, everybody, man, the feds done raided his crib. Diddy going to jail. But y'all jumped from Diddy into a rap beef. And we gotta bring hip hop back. So now they create a fictitious rap beef between two guys that's under the same umbrella, Universal Music Group. Two guys that's under the same umbrella. And y'all more enamored with a rap beef than being FBA and fighting for reparations. How many channels can I turn on, black channels across YouTube, can I turn on and see Negroes arguing and strategizing for reparations? But every YouTube channel I turn on, all I see is people claiming FBA, but they caught up in this Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle. They caught up in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle. Y'all know every song that came out, from Not Like Us to Meet the Grams to Push-Ups and all this stuff that they do, that they use to distract you. People run in and say, "Oh man, look at the guy's thumbnail. I want to see what this brother's talking about." They run in and jump right out. Y'all don't even stay long enough for me to share the screen to see what I'm going to show, because you're so socially engineered and conditioned to be a nigga that you can't even get the things that you need in order to better ourselves. So in order for me to effectively teach you, I got to get the nigga out you. And I've gotten tired of going live because I've been working with the babies offline, just with the foundation, working with the children. Because coming online every day talking to these Negroes is hard because nobody listens. But let's share the screen. Let's share the screen, Janice. And let me give y'all understanding for what it is that I'm talking about. So let's share the screen. Okay. So As I start this stream, I want to preface this by dealing with this man first, right? And it says, who is Lucius Grains? Music mogul. Meet the Universal Music Chief connected to Drake and named the most powerful man in music. Known as the most powerful man in the music industry, Lucius Grains is one of the biggest names when it comes to the business. Here is everything you need to know about the music mogul and what his connections to Drake and the hip hop circuit. So we know that this guy, yeah, he does. So who is Grains? So he was born February 29, 1960. Sir Charles Grains, CBE, is a British record executive and the current CEO of Universal Music Group, right? So I'm going to go down. In 2022, the Universal Music Group founder Grains, under Grains' leadership, signed an unprecedented $400 million multifaceted deal with the hip-hop star Drake. It included the rapper's song recordings, publishing, merchandise, and visual media projects. The lucrative deal was described as a LeBron size by insiders, right? So this guy right here is looked at as the most powerful man in music, right? They have 400 million invested into him, but billions of that also in endorsements invested into Drake. So, right? Let me see. Let's move over for a minute. Let's move over. Now, as I go forward, before I really get into it, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now why the Puffy situation has went away from the cameras and it's went quiet. Why? Remember I just told you this guy was the most powerful man in music? Well, he's entangled in this Puffy situation. UMG boss Lucius Grains wants the court to dismiss him from Lil Rod's Diddy's lawsuit. How come this is not being talked about or publicized anywhere? All everybody's talking about right now is Drake. Now, mind you guys, this guy is mixed in with the Puff Daddy and the Lil Rod situation, right? But Drake, who signed under him, all of a sudden is in battle in the beef where everybody around the world is talking about that. Nobody's talking about Puffy no more and this man here. You're being distracted. Just like that, right? All over the world, everybody was discussing Puffy. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, pause, no Diddy. Now all of a sudden, because this man is entangled in it. Oh, we can't. Oh, we gotta let that go away. We gotta take the news cameras away. We got a distraction. We need to have some shootings at some houses. We need to all the things that go with hip hop. We need to get it on, right? UMG boss Lucius Grains wants courts to dismiss him from Lil Rod's Diddy's lawsuit, right? The lawsuit against Diddy from Lil Rod Jones, the producer, accusing him of sexual assault and sex trafficking, doesn't just include allegations against the bad boy mogul. Moreover, two big record companies appeared as defendants in the suit due to alleged liability reasons. Motown and Universal Music Group, UMG, plus a notable individual, the head of the latter organization, Sir Lucius Grains, who reportedly requested the court via his legal team, which has also acted on behalf of these companies for dismissal from the case altogether. Attorneys from all three parties referred to the UMG defendants reportedly filed a motion for the dismissal on Wednesday, April 24th, and asked a New York court to throw out all claims concerning them with prejudice, according to the court documents reportedly obtained by journalist Megan Cunniff, right? All of those claims against Grains, Motown, UMG recordings, the UMG defendants, and the Second Amendment complaint are lacking any legal cognizable basis. Lawyers supposedly argued in court docs concerning the Diddy case. Every claim on the untenable strict liability theory that when one enters into a commercial contract, the payer under the contract becomes liable for anything that the recipient or the payment does with the payment. So this guy right here, right? He's the most powerful man in music. He's mixed up in the situation with Puffy. Now, what does Drake got to do with this? Well, a month ago, nobody was talking about Drake or Kendrick Lamar or no diss. But for some reason, listen to me, y'all. Y'all gotta listen. Y'all know I've been online for years teaching. My channel suffered for it because I've been trying to teach my people. And all of a sudden, right, when the Diddy situation comes and this guy gets entangled, all of these rappers now start dissing each other. Everywhere. Everybody's dissing everybody. I'm talking about everybody's dissing something because they're being told by their CEOs to cause distractions and controversy until they can get themselves out entangled from the Puffy's web. So while you're looking the other way, they got this going on. They got this happening right here, right in front of your face. Now I'm gonna get to the Drake situation, but I want to lay out what I want to lay out to you guys what you're missing. The controversy surrounding the anti-Semitism bill explained. Now look at this day here. I want y'all to see. May 7th, 2024, right? They have a bill on the floor, a new anti-Semitism bill. And when I read you the things that's inside this bill, y'all gonna be like, wow. But they're not talking about this because all of FBA is so tied up in Kendrick Lamar's diss track. That's what you're talking about. Nobody's talking about the stuff that we need to be talking about. How many registered voters do we have in black cities across America right now that's arguing on behalf of black people and what we want for ourselves as independents? I'll wait. Other groups are mobilizing. Y'all two being distracted by Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Let's look at this. Let's go. Let's get into it. And I'll come back to that bill. Let's cover the Drake situation. Hey, Anesta. I'm thirsty. I just came back from running 3 miles. All right. Okay, so now that I laid out who Lucian Grunge was and how he's connected to Drake, now I can show you guys why Drake is who he is and what's happening now. Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Rumor about UMG mediating BS. Label ain't interfering. So you know they're going to say that they're not doing it. If anybody want to donate, the Cash App is linked to the top in the comment section. The Cash App and our PayPal. You can donate through the Cash App right there and do the PayPal. Do the PayPal that's linked to the top. If you guys want to donate, let me see. Yep. All right, just in case if anybody want to donate to the foundation. If you look up top, we got the PayPal and we got the Cash App. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. All right, so there's a rumor going around that Drake and Kendrick Lamar shared music label tried to force them to squash their beef, but turns out it's totally unfounded, which we know is a lie because I just proved my point to you. It's not a lie, but I'm gonna prove my point even more, right? TMZ has learned, here's the deal. A blind item is being circulated that purports to have the inside scoop on an alleged meeting between Kendrick, Drake, and Universal Music Group, which both artists are technically signed to via distribution subsidiaries, right? So, currently waiting for proof. Take it with a grain of salt. From from an insider waiting on proof in the form of documents. Will update later whenever I receive it. PG Lane, Kendrick, and XO, The Weeknd, as of yesterday, were asked by Universal Music Group, UMG, to end their beef with OVO Drake. Kendrick apparently isn't budging at all, but UMG is pressing hard on their request to squash the beef. UMG also had a Zoom meeting with all of the parties involved, and they want Kendrick either directly or said through PG Lang to post a statement clarifying that Drake isn't a pedophile if Drake agrees to end, if Drake agrees to end the beef. Drake is losing the beef in UMG's eyes. So from UMG's perspective, the sooner that the beef ends, the better. The pedophile accusations directed at Drake are costing UMG, Nike, and other parties a lot of money. Right? It's saying it's causing them a lot of money, right? So now, what does that mean in the grand scheme of things, right? What does that mean, right? Let's move over. So remember, I told you guys up under Lucian, who is the most powerful man in the music, he gave Drake this unprecedented deal, something that was never done before. Drake inks a reported $400 million mega deal with Universal Group. After rampant speculation, hold on. Make it look big, I'm blind. After rampant speculation about a bidding war for his services, Drake appears to have finalized a mega deal with Universal Music Group that could net him upwards of $400 million with all is said and done. An official figure has yet to be disclosed. According to industry insiders, the deal will cover Drake's recording, publishing, merchandise, and via projects, right? And a report by Variety, the news of the agreement was confirmed on Tuesday, May 3rd, by UMG chairman Sir Lucian Grange, and is the latest of multiple deals built around expanding portfolios, given the label's stake in the multi-revenue streams tied to an artist. The contract is said to be similar to that of Drake's collaborator and friend, The Weeknd. Now remember, him and The Weeknd supposed to be beefing where there's been shots fired, but The Weeknd got a deal, not as big as Drake's, but The Weeknd, what's going on, Doug? But The Weeknd got a deal nonetheless, right? Weeknd's own deal with UMG, which he inked in 2021, right? So let's see. Let's go down. Described by one insider as being a LeBron size, the OVO boss' new deal is easily the richest in music industry history. Now, I want y'all to pay attention because the people that usually watch me are smart. They're saying that this deal is the richest in music industry history. They're vehemently denying that they had these guys all on a conference call and telling them to squash the beef. Why are they telling them to squash the beef? Because the pedophile accusations is bad for business. It's bad for all the endorsements and all the merchandise and all the things that they're selling. So they gave warning to Drake to knock it off. They gave warning to Kendrick Lamar to knock it off. But they're going to vehemently deny it. But they did it because they have too much money. They have billions of dollars invested in Drake, which is their golden child. So when you're battling Drake, you're not battling Drake. You're battling the corporate structure that owns him. That's who you're battling. Because they can give him $400 million, but they're going to make $20 billion off of him, maybe $100 billion off of him. They're tied to him and on way higher levels. So now the man, Lucian Grudge, most of y'all don't know him, but he's tied in with Puffy. And everybody was after Puffy, but Puffy's thing went away because there's court documents now where Lucian and his crew is in court because of Puffy. So y'all gotta wake up and be smarter, FBA. We gotta be more smarter, man. We gotta do better. We got to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. Let me keep reading. I'm going to keep teaching. Like I said, I'm not going to get hyped. I'm not going to cuss. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do nothing to get them to want to come after the video. All I'm going to do is teach, is tell the truth. That's all I'm going to do. Which has been expected given Drake's long-running streak of dominance on the Billboard charts and elsewhere in the marketplace, which his music accounting for an estimated of $50 million in annual earnings, previously hence by the rapper himself, and receiving a huge advance in the tune of $360 million on the Lemon Pepper freestyle. Drake's partnership with Universal should have been a foregone conclusion, but it's also a testament to his iconic status and hip-hop's continued staying power. Right? Move over. Thanks, Doug. In July, hold on. In July of 2020, entrepreneur Steve Stout and rapper Russ discussed the possibility of Drake going independent and predicted a big payday on the horizon. Drake is about to get the biggest bag in the history of the music business by far, says Stout, chief executive of United Masters. Following comments by Russ, who remarked, "You think that if Drake right now completely independent, if Drake posts a picture on the gram of his new album linked in the bio, and he was fully independent, Drake will make $10 million a week for effing 60 weeks." So they said Drake would make $10 million a week for 60 weeks if he was independent, right? Added, if Drake goes independent, listen to me. Listen, these are music executive insiders. And watch this, Doug. This is why Kendrick Lamar and anybody come after Drake is in trouble. Listen to this statement by Steve Stout. If Drake goes independent, the music business is over. I'm going to read it again. If Drake goes independent, the music business is over, says one top music attorney. Drake has the bargaining power to negotiate a net profit split with the best deal terms and a humongous advance up front. The Toronto native's business bona fides aren't only limited to his own recording career. His OVO label imprint, housed under Warner Brothers, is home to several artists, including Party Next Door and DVSN. And the OVO streetwear line reportedly raked in $50 million in revenue at the end of 2018. Elsewhere in his apparel portfolio, a Nike deal and line, Noka, is tied to the certified lover boy. He also recently launched Better World Fragrance, a luxury candle company. So listen, while y'all dancing and turning up and push-ups and all that stuff that they doing, y'all not reading the backstories. This is why it's hard when dealing with our people, because they can distract us with anything. They know it. We don't study nothing. And those of us that come out here and teach, they don't get supported, and we get our videos taken down. We get channels taken down, everything. And all the people do is say, damn, man, that's messed up for George and them. And y'all go get distracted by whatever next thing that they put out. This is why a lot of people don't like to teach no more. Because black people don't appreciate the information that we're giving you. You being hoodwinked, duped, and led astray. Right now, while they're telling you, Drake has the bar. If Drake goes independent, the music business is over, says one top music attorney. Drake has the bargaining power to negotiate a net profit split with the best deal terms and a humongous advance up front, meaning that they're going to give them all kinds of they're going to invest all kinds of money in him. So anybody that go against him, you're going against the machine, and you're going to have a problem. I wouldn't be surprised if Drake next month had 44 women that say he essayed him. I wouldn't be surprised if they use the same playbook they use on black men all the time. Drake be somewhere at the gas station, police come pick him up, and now he's alleged to have problems with 44 different women. That's all they're going to do. From 2010 to now, they're going to do something to destroy Kendrick Lamar's credibility as a man. And same old tricks that they've been doing to black men. Because if anybody goes against their bottom line, you're in trouble. So what I'm doing is pulling the curtain from behind, and I'm showing you. I ain't dancing to all that music. I can care less. I want to know who's in control. So word is that Drake ended his contractual obligations to Young Money, Cash Money label. Soon as this album drop out, I'm out of the deal. He rapped on the song "Is There More," which is distributed through Republic Records. So here we go. Let's move over. So let's look over, right? Let's look and see to. Okay, hold on. Let's look over and let's look and see who are the people invested in Drake and why Drake is so protected and powerful. Drake's net worth 2024 updated wealth of the megastar, right? So I'm gonna go down. I ain't getting album sales and streamings. We can go past there. Concerts, live and tours. Let's go to Drake's endorsement deals. Drake's endorsement deals, right? As he throwing up them signs and symbols right in front of everybody's face. But a lot of y'all are slow, letting you know who he has his allegiance to. He don't, my grandmother used to say that the devil's a liar. And he told my grandmama that. But if my grandmama was alive right now, I would say, Mama, Grandmama. I would say that was a misnomer. The devil ain't no liar, Grandma. That's a lie. The devil is not a liar. The devil don't lie at all. Janice, the devil never lies. The devil tells you everything and put it right in front of your face. It's up to you to decipher what it is that he's doing so you can get out of his webs. You can get out of the traps that he set for you. The devil don't lie. So watch this before I share some of these videos, right? Watch this. Drake's endorsement deals. Drake has been involved in various lucrative endorsement deals throughout his career. He has partnered with major brands such as Sprite, Nike, and Apple Music. In 2006, Drake signed a reported $19 million deal with Apple, which includes exclusive releases and promotional appearances. These partnerships have undoubtedly played a role in increasing Drake's net worth. Drake don't work for us, brother. He don't work for us. Drake don't work for us. Drake business ventures. In addition to his music career, Drake never fell off. It's nothing for Drake to have to bounce back from. Drake ain't in trouble. Kendrick Lamar better be the one that better watch out. In addition to his music career, Drake has ventured into various business projects that have contributed to his wealth. He co-founded the record label OVO Sound with longtime collaborator Noah 40, whatever that name is. In 2012, the label is home to several successful artists, including Party Next Door, Majid Jordan, and DVSN. Drake also has his own clothing line, right? Moreover, Drake has invested in the tech industry, backing the gaming company Players Lounge and the digital sports media platform Mars Real. These investments have diversified his income streams and added to his net worth. Real estate. Drake's net worth also reflected in his real estate portfolio. He owns a luxurious mansion in Toronto known as the Embassy, which is reportedly valued at $100 million. The property boasts a full-size basketball court, an indoor pool, a recording studio. He also brought a $7.7 million estate in Hidden Hills in California, which recently sold for $12 million. Philanthropy, right? While Drake has accumulated significant wealth, he also is known for his philanthropic efforts. He donated to various causes such as an education, health, and disaster relief. In 2018, Drake famously gave away nearly $1 million in his God's Plan music video to individuals and organizations in need. Right? So let's go here. Right? Let's go here. Hold on. So, oh shit, I forgot. I don't want to play it. Yeah, I don't want to play it too long. But while everybody turned up, right? And everybody turned up in the clubs, listening to these Drake songs, right? So let's go over it, right? Let's go up. So here are some of the best fans' reactions to all the diss tracks and the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud, right? So, right. There you go, right. The beef is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, right? Yep. So you have these beefs, right? In the last 6 weeks, the last 6 weeks have witnessed an intense explosion. Now, this right here is important. This right here is important. Okay. Oh. Kendrick music is safe to play. Okay, cool. Now, I want y'all. Now, what I showed in the beginning when I first came on, now it's great to all tie in because I know a lot of our people, y'all just don't know. So when I showed y'all who the man Lucian Grunge was and why the Puffy situation just all of a sudden went away in the media, I proved and showed it to you why. Now I'm going to show you what the music execs industry is doing. They're creating these beefs to cause the distractions. Because a lot of these people in court, people don't know that the most powerful man in the music industry right now is in court, entangled in the Puffy situation, right? The last 6 weeks had witnessed an intense explosion in the hip-hop world. The clash between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, ignited by the latter warning shots of future Metro Boomin, chart-topping songs like that, has set the stage ablaze. This feud, simmering for more than a decade, has sparked intense conversations. Now, all of y'all are distracted. You're not paying attention. Right now in California, in New York City, in Philadelphia, in Chicago, all of these cities and these major colleges right now, there's riots going on right now. It's not being talked about. We have a reparations claim that we should be talking about. Everybody's talking about this. Why? You have Drake, he came out with push-ups, and everybody went ham. Black people, I've learned this, and this is sad for me to say, because I really love my people more than they hate themselves. But Janice, black people don't want reparations. I gotta say it. I'm not saying that Eric Gooden don't want it. Eric Gooden, I'm not saying that you don't want it, Eric Gooden. But from the behavior of our people and the way we're constantly distracted, we're showing the world that we don't want it. See, if we're gonna have a black belt, talking about W supremacy, then it's incumbent upon us to do something about it. Look at black people right now, all outside. When we come online, we talk about reparations and FBA. If I walk the streets of Philadelphia right now, these Negroes don't know what FBA is. They don't give a damn about FBA. The hardest part of teaching is teaching my people that they ain't niggas. Trying to redirect the way that they think. And this is the hardest task that we're up against because they're so distracted by this. They're so distracted. We're not even having the conversations that we should be having right now. So they came out with push-ups, right? Man, I'm not even getting into we not black either though. That's not even. Don't even bring that over here. Respectfully, I don't. That's not even what I'm dealing with. That's not what I'm dealing with. We not a lot of things. We not a lot of things. But one thing I know we're not doing is we're not focused on reparations. We're focused on this shit. We're focused on things that we shouldn't be focused on. We're being gentrified out of our communities and pushed out right in front of our face. You know why? And see, this is the thing. My brother Doug said, foundational Black Americans. That's what FBA means. Foundational Black Americans, Black people that's been here from the foundation of the establishment of America. I don't see the leverage our community for our community to receive reparations. And I would agree with you, brother Doug. But this is the problem, Doug. I don't see Black people on the whole fighting to try to create the leverage either. They're not fighting to create the leverage. If Black people put the same effort into reparations as they do into these beefs, as they do into Diddy, as they do into all these different things that the media tells them to do, we would have it. But I can guarantee you, in Doug City, and my brother Eric Gordon City, and Janice Lewis City, if we all got together and walked outside in our cities, none of these Negroes would know what FBA is. None of these niggas will understand why we should have reparations. Most Black people know all about the Holocaust, but they don't know nothing about the Black Holocaust that happened here in America to our people. They don't understand it. And this is why they can get away with this stuff, man. This is why you have this for people that wasn't in the room, right? Watch this. This is why you have this. Let me revisit something for y'all real quick. This is why you have this man here, right? To prove my point, right? Music mogul, who is Lucian Grainge? Meet the Universal music chief, connected to Drake, and named the most powerful man in music. The most powerful man in music, right? So what does this got to do with the Drake beef, George? Oh, it has a lot. Known as the most powerful person in the music industry, Lucian Grainge is one of the biggest names when it comes to the business. He is the guy that gave Drake. He is the man that gave Drake the $400 million. In 2022, the Universal Music Group, under his leadership, gave Drake $400 million. Right now, let me move over. Why are you doing this, George? Well, the reason why you have all of these beefs, because these people created the beefs. And they know that you're like robots. You're socially engineered. Anything that they give you salacious, that you deem entertaining, you're going to put down all the stuff that was important, and you're going to pick up all the poison they give you. They already know. They've been doing science experiments on you for so long. So now, while everybody was so diddied up, UMG boss Lucian Grainge wants court to dismiss him. I said, I wasn't going to holler. To dismiss him from Lil Rod's Diddy's lawsuit. So how do you distract this? Take the Diddy situation out of the media and create a distraction of all the rappers beefing. The music industry magnate, as well as various companies involved, has previously expressed similar desires regarding the suit. The suit against Diddy from Little Rod Jones, the producers accusing him of sexual assault. This man right here is entangled in it. And this is why you don't hear anything about P. Diddy or his son anymore. Everything now is relegated to this. Hold on. Hold on. Where is that? Darn it. I lost it. Wait a minute. What happened to my? I done lost my darn thing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. God darn. Where'd it go? So we got loosen your range. We got that. We got that. What the hell? Did I exit out by accident? Wait a minute, y'all I gotta bring it back up. My bad. I clicked on it and knocked it off. I want because this is important. Yep, I sure did. Hold on, let me bring it back. Kendrick Lamar. I can't believe it. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. I lost the damn article. Shit. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can go in here real quick and get it. This it? No, this ain't it. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Just bear with me 1 second. Kendrick Lamar. Here it come. I think this is it here. All right. Let me just get back to it because I'm taking too long. Damn, and this thing is acting. I don't know. I'm over here teaching. Now this thing acting real goofy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is it here. It's loading back up. All right. So let's move over. Yeah, this is it here. We back on. My fault, y'all. So it says the last 6 weeks have witnessed an intense explosion in the hip hop world. The clash between Drake and Kendrick Lamar is ignited by the latter warning shots, right? So they go down and you have all these different tracks, right? In the last 6 weeks. So they hit you over the head with all these tracks, right? So now the problem is a lot of our people, they want to be entertained. Sometimes you got to slow things down and teach so we can get everything. Everything ain't got to be music. Everything ain't got to be loud. Everything got to be rowdy. We got to come and we got to teach, right? So they give you with push-ups. Too many. Drake was off to an impressive start after releasing push-ups. He gladly accepted the battle against not only now watch this, right? Now remember when I showed y'all all of this stuff with Drake? Hey, everybody going, if you hit that like button so we can get out because they're trying to take the people down because they know what I'm doing. They know what I'm doing. And you know that we're not going to get a lot of people in here when we're doing this because I'm not doing the things to actually agitate the beef. I'm teaching and I'm a black man. So we have a black man teaching. It's going to go, it just went from 40 to 23. So this is what they're going to do. And this is why we don't like to teach because it's hard, right? Really trying to get our people, right? So listen, right? So watch, right? Watch what Drake do. Now, I just showed y'all everything that Drake and the person that's entangled in the Puffy thing, right? When Drake came out, what Drake did was Drake went at everybody because he was told to do this. He went at Ross, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and more while looking to showcase his rap supremacy. His rousing start had fans chirping and believing he was in the lead. So now everybody just dropped everything that you was doing that was important, and you ran right over there to Drake. So you got hold on. I didn't mean to do all that. And then Kendrick drops Euphoria, right? Kendrick drops Euphoria, and everybody goes crazy, right? And then you have Telling Me Freestyle. It didn't take Drake long to double down and take another swipe at Kendrick. Following the release of Push Ups, he dropped Telling Me Freestyle, which was very controversial as he used AI channels to channel the spirits of Tupac and Snoop, which was whack as hell. Right?
Drake, how you feel about him using Tupac voice for AI?
Oh man. Okay, for the record, I ain't got nothing against none of them brothers. I ain't got nothing against none of them brothers. Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole. I like all them brothers. But the question was about AI, and just because you can do something, that doesn't mean you should do something. The way we battle rap, because, from what I understand, it's a battle. If it's a battle, it should be mano y mano. At my humble opinion, it should be mano y mano, skill against skill, flow against flow. When you put AI into the game, you make sure balance. Pac is perfection.
This Tupac's
AI
perfect.
is imperfect. So you using an imperfect tool with something that's perfect. I fucks with the culture. Drake, Kendrick, that's home. That's home team. He from the turf. That's West Coast. We fuck with.
So let's go down. So yeah, you got Kendrick Lamar and Euphoria, right? These are all the distraction songs, right? You get all the stuff that they putting out here. Now watch this, right? Now I'm gonna draw a parallel, right? So you have people posting. Yeah, people posting these gifts, all of these funny things, right? But ain't nobody on here posting nothing about reparations. Ain't nobody on here posting nothing about blackness and what we need to do for our people and what's going on in Philadelphia and Chicago and Atlanta. They're not concerned about that. Look, Kendrick Lamar 616 in LA. Kendrick continued targeting Drake, right? 616 in LA.
It's survival. I guess somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
Then you got Family Matters by Drake, right? Family Matters by Drake. And then they come Meet the Grams, right? So they just dropping all these songs, right? Now, people say, oh man, George, man, this live is boring. But I'm dropping jewels for y'all. Y'all not paying attention. 6 weeks ago, everybody was talking about Puffy. The man that gave Drake all of this money, that's the most powerful man in the music industry, is entangled in the Puffy situation. So now all of a sudden the Puffy situation goes out of the media and in comes the rap beefs. And everybody's taking part in it because they've been told by the handlers to just cause a distraction. Nobody ever asked what happened to the Puffy situation. None of y'all, nobody asked anything. It's just no Diddy is all over the world, but there is no Diddy. No Diddy is everywhere, but there is no Diddy. Where is he? So he dropped Meet the Grams. And then he dropped Not Like Us, right? And watch this. Watch this, right? Watch now I'm gonna tie it all back together. So everybody all over. So So they all partying out there in LA, right? And he got the Not Like Us, right? But over there in London, right? Over there in London, his OVO store, right? More things to distract. His OVO store has been vandalized. Where they put on a wall over there, they Not Like Us, right? So he got the They Not Like Us. They putting on his store, right? They wrote that, they spray painted that on the window of his store, right? So now to make it even matters worse, because see, let me tell you guys something. They know how we are and how we think. So to make it even worse, let's cause some shootings. So what do? You get this, right? Let's go over here. What do you get? You get this situation, right? That happened on the 29th of April, right?
Security guard is shot multiple times outside the Encino mansion of a hip-hop music executive, and the search is on tonight for 3 suspects linked to what police believe was likely a botched home invasion robbery.
KTLA's Chris Wolf is live in Encino with more on the shooting and reaction from neighbors to the increase in violence in the community. Chris?
That's right, Cher and Micah. This estate is located at the end of a very long private road. And we're told that the security guard was shot either inside or near his booth, which is on the perimeter of the property. They struck under cover of darkness in a posh neighborhood of Encino, possibly planning to invade the home of a record label executive. Authorities say intruders shot a 37-year-old security guard multiple times when he was either inside or near his booth on the edge of the property. The victim was still able to call 911 shortly before 2:30 a.m. Footage from Sky 5 shows the door to the guard box open and a toppled black chair a few feet from it. The $12 million estate along Jaden Lane is reportedly equipped with a state-of-the-art security system and recording studio. Reports show it belongs to Amir Ismailian, notably associated with XO Records and also known as Cash XO. He's worked with several top hip-hop acts and other well-known musicians, and says Ismailian and others were home at the time of the shooting. The victim tells investigators his attackers, 3 men, wore hoodies and surgical masks. They scattered after opening fire.
Should I be concerned? Yes, probably, but I don't tend to stand in fear.
Maggie, who does not want to give her last name, lives nearby. She stays alert and well aware of her surroundings and shares that security has been boosted at the home where she lives. Maggie and other neighbors tell KTLA there seems to be an uptick in home invasions in the area.
It's really up to each homeowner what they choose to do and what they choose not to do.
The security guard is expected to survive after undergoing surgery early this morning. At least 3 shooters are still on the run. Anyone with information should contact the LAPD. Reporting live in Encino, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
Now, right? Yeah. So you have that going on, right? So let's go. Where is it? Let's go over. Yeah. So this was the situation. Now look what they're saying, right? Could the recent music feuds get dangerous? Social media users share theories following the recent shootings, right? So this is May 8th, 2024, and they're connecting the shootings, right? All of this happened when the Puffy situation come up, and you have the guy all mixed in. So now nobody's talking about Janice. Janice, tell me if I'm wrong, Janice. Wasn't just about 6 weeks ago, everybody was talking about Diddy, no Diddy, Diddy, this. When the last time you heard something about, you heard no Diddy, but when the last time you heard them talk about Diddy? Just all of a sudden, he just gone. And all everybody's talking about is this. That's all everybody's talking about, right? Right? Drake and The Weeknd have both dealt with shootings that were close to home in recent days. Yeah. Yep. In recent days. The first shooting occurred on Monday, April 29th, when a security guard was shot in Encino, California, at the home of The Weeknd's co-manager, Amir Cash. Some outlets have reported the incident as a home invasion where the guard was listed in critical condition, though expected to survive. But why? These are rich music executives. Why is people trying to do home invasions in their house and way up in the hills in California? You got this guy living in a big mansion in Toronto, and somebody coming up there to shoot. Where they do that at? When? There's cameras everywhere, right? Janice, they got cameras everywhere. We live on a grid now. Everything is on a grid. You gonna tell me, George, the person that's been reporting all of these cameras everywhere that they have? I've been doing the live streams of the cameras all over the country that they got on the grid. And you gonna tell me that they're gonna go up to these $30 million mansions and shoot somebody and get away with it? Who you think you talking to? But they know, Janice, that they can tell our people anything. Anything. And they know. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. Only thing I think that can save black people is something divine. Because black people are messed up, man. Like, we don't know how bad we messed up. They know they can get away with this shit. They could just feed us anything. And we go for it, man. And we go for it. Look at this, right? Look at this.
The Bridle Path mansion of rapper Drake after the overnight shooting on the grounds yesterday, but still no word on suspects. We now know it was a security guard who was shot and critically injured when shots rang out just after 2 a.m. According to police, he was standing outside of the home's front gates when shots were fired from a vehicle, which then fled the scene. Now, it's unclear if Drake was home at the time. Nevertheless, the police presence has been significant in the upscale neighborhood. Well, the shooting comes amid Drake's escalating rap beef with Los Angeles rapper Kendrick Lamar. Well, Drake and Lamar released a number of diss tracks aimed at each other over the weekend, which included substantiated allegations and personal insults. Investigators say it's too early to tell if there's a link to the shooting, but the incident has shocked those who have been following the feud. Now, according to police, a security camera captured the shooting. Well, police haven't released any information about the suspect or suspects who may be involved, including the vehicle they're looking for. And for more insight on the investigation into the shooting, we're joined live by former Toronto Police Homicide Detective Mark Mendelson. We appreciate your time as always. Obviously, when things are very early in a police investigation, there's a lot of things they like to kind of keep close to their chest. Why do you think police aren't releasing any information about a suspect?
Now, I want y'all to listen to this bullshit because they know that they can tell black people anything. I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen closely.
Vehicle at this time.
Well, what you're speaking of is what we often refer to as holdback information. And I think what they're doing at this time, because they've already stated publicly that they do have the incident captured on video. But if you know that area of the Bridle Path, there are huge homes. Each one of them have very elaborate security systems, including 10 or 15 cameras. So they're going to try and capture every piece of footage they can to not only identify the vehicle and the license plate, the make and model, and possibly the suspect or suspects that were in it, but they also want to follow that vehicle in terms of the direction of travel. Where did it come from and where did it go after the shooting? That, from an investigative point of view, that's important. So that takes a little bit of time. They had noted yesterday, the police, that...
Now, see how they playing with us? Now, you have a security guard on the 29th that gets shot. Gets shot up. That's connected to OVO, right? And then you have another shooting, but these shootings is occurring at mansions, not in Chicago on the south side or Philadelphia on the southwest side. No, it's happening at multi-million-dollar mansions. And you mean to tell me that they can't see because it was grainy? They don't know. But listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, you're not gonna go to no other channel, and nobody's gonna give you the breakdown of who these people work for. See, what I did was forget these people. I showed you who they work for, who they actually work for, who's funding them. And the person that's funding them right now is embroiled in some trouble. So the situation with Puffy got to go away, and in comes all the Negro stuff, the hip hop, the battle rapping, the shootings, all the stuff that's associated with black rappers, because they know that that's what you want to see. That's what you like. That's what's going to distract you. Security guards are getting shot up. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all something else. I'm going to show you how they do, right? Watch this. I'm going to prove my point even more. Hold on for a second. Let me show y'all something real fast, just so y'all watch this, y'all. Watch this. Let me show you how they do. Those of us that's online that's actually teaching the people, right? Now, I go and I do the Tiffany HENYARD videos, right? In 9 hours, I got 9,000 views, right? 9,000 views. Tiffany HENYARD, I got 6,500 views, 7,000 views, 2,400 views, 2,700, 2,700, 20,000 views, right? I'm bringing this point home for a minute. 2,400 views, right? 3,600 views, 8,000 views, 32,000 views, 10,000 views, right? 40,000 views, 1,200 views, 3,600 views. Now watch this, right? But whenever I do something on this, right? I did something on this in 5 hours, right? It got 200 views. You know why? Because I'm giving information inside the video. They always come after my channel. I've been on live for years, and I came on as a pro-black, teaching our people, and they suppress the information. This one got 240 views, bro. But I'm getting thousands of views on the Tiffany HENYARD stuff, because Tiffany HENYARD is a black woman that's running the city into the ground, and they have an inept administration. So they're allowing me to get all George Macon, somebody that never gets views because I teach blackness, right? They're allowing me to get all these views on hers. But anything else that I put up, right? No. Anything that I talk about, when I did the Chicago Jewish leaders gives Mayor Brandon Johnson his Negro wake-up call, 400 views, right? But right after that, I got 8,000 views on the Tiffany HENYARD's video, right? I'm showing this to make a point, right? Because I'm gonna go back to it, right? Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson talking about black stuff, 370 views. But the video prior to that got 8,000 views, right? So what I'm trying to tell y'all, when we tell y'all that they play games, they know who is who. They don't want us talking this stuff because we make black people think. I go and make videos. But let me get back to let me go back over to where I was. We make videos and foundations for children. I can't put urban nerds in the title because it ain't gonna get no views. I could put up a video of Tiffany HENYARD or maybe Corey Holcomb, and it'll get on some nigga stuff, and they get a bunch of views. I put a video with me with a bunch of kids and urban nerds, and black people won't even watch it. Black people won't even support it. My own people. White folks donate more. My own people, no. But the Drake situation, all day long. All day long. This is what goes on in our communities. And we keep talking about reparations. How are we going to get reparations? How? We don't want reparations. But let's listen to some more.
The original data they were looking at was a bit grainy, so they're going to try and clean that up as well. And I think that once we get a description of the vehicle and the suspects, that information.
He said the original data was grainy in a multi-million-dollar. They got a state-of-the-art security system. They sitting here. This how stupid they think you guys are. Listen to what he said, y'all.
A bit grainy, so they're going to try. From an investigative point of view, that's important. So that takes a little bit of time. They had noted yesterday, the police, that the original data they were looking at was a bit grainy, so they're going to try and clean that.
So this man lives in $100 million mansion, and he's sitting here telling us, Doug, the messenger 215, he's sitting here telling us that the security system cameras were grainy. How? They really believe that they can pull this over on us because you're so distracted and enamored with the shootings. You're not even paying attention, man. You're not even paying attention. They playing us.
That up as well. And I think that once we get a description of the vehicle and the suspects, that information will come out.
What about the individual who was struck by this gunshot? Right now, we know that they're in fairly serious condition, but I would guess that police would be looking into this individual's history and whether or not there might have been something, whether it's a social media footprint or any exchanges or even criminal background checks. What would the police be doing when it comes to the individual, the victim here, on how that might lead to a potential suspect?
The security guard is the eyewitness. Other than the video footage, he's the only witness. So I'm sure they are on, waiting on with bated breath to get into Sunnybrook. And when he's physically able to speak, they will interview him. They'll want to know, had that vehicle come by at other times during the course of the evening? Did he recognize the individual? Was there any conversation between the security guard and the people or person in the car? Did they shout something out? Was there a threat made? All of that information is very important to the police. So when he's able, I can guarantee you, he's one of the first interviews they'll be doing.
When it comes to the vehicle, from what we understand, it was all captured on video. Speculating that they have a license plate. When it comes to border services, is that something that police would alert in the event that this vehicle, the suspect vehicle, might have wanted just to head south and take off out of the country?
Well, once they identify the vehicle, once they confirm the plate, then it goes on the police system, which is nationwide, which is also shared with U.S. Border Security. So in the event they did try and get across the border, that vehicle would be flagged by the computers. But you have to make sure that, we have to remember, this could be a crime.
Now, do y'all notice something here? There was a shooting. 3 masked men shot a security guard in Chino Hills. Multi-million-dollar mansions. Cameras everywhere. They literally got cameras where they can see when you left out your house. They caught them guys in Chicago. They had cameras on them riding from the projects, riding through this hood of Chicago to downtown, killing FBG Duck, jumping back in their car and going back home. They had the whole thing on cameras on the grid. You mean to tell me that these guys went to a multi-million-dollar mansion with state-of-the-art of the best security systems in the world with 24 hours around-the-clock security, shot somebody, and they don't have no suspects? And then there's another shooting. All these people are connected, and they don't have any suspects. They're saying that the cameras were grainy because they believe that they can tell black people anything. And now, while you're being distracted, they got anti-Semitism bills that they passing right in front of your face. And wait till I read what's in this anti-Semitism bill. Wait till I read what's in it, Janice. Chaos. Wait till I read what's in it.
A house so extravagant, it's nicknamed the Embassy. Drake's Toronto home was cordoned off after a 2 a.m. drive-by shooting, an attack that police say was caught on video.
We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time.
A security guard was shot in the chest and rushed to hospital in serious condition. Neighbors tell CBC News private security is stationed in that white vehicle around the clock.
I just heard the shots and then a car drive by really quickly.
How many shots did you hear?
3, maybe 4.
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
The shooting comes amid an escalating feud between Drake and California-based Pulitzer-winning rapper Kendrick Lamar. The pair trading personal insults in songs getting tens of millions of clicks.
To what extent is the rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of your investigation or a focus?
I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time. And so I cannot comment further on that.
They not like us. They not like
Over
us.
the weekend, Lamar shared an aerial picture of that Toronto mansion, red markers suggesting with no proof Drake is housing sex offenders.
Now, what the media are doing right now is doing social engineering. They're going to play the song, They Not Like Us. They're going to show all this so that way we can start now trying to play internet detectives. See, they study you. They know how you think. They know what you like. They know what you like to listen to. They know what you like to watch. They know what moves you. So they give you what it is that you're thirsting for, that you desire. So that way you take your attentions off the prize, the ball, what you're supposed to be doing, fighting for reparations, understanding what's going on. Watch this, Doug. Hold on.
On Google Maps, fans renamed the location Kendrick 1. The Toronto rapper responded by saying, instead of posting my address, you have a lot to address.
Westside, when we ride, come equipped with game.
In the past, heated lyrics have exploded into real-world violence.
Let me pause that. They going ham right now. They going ham with the music. But let me move over here. We an hour in. I want to move over here because I want y'all to see this, right? I want y'all to see this. So let's make the screen. Let's bring it down. The controversy surrounding the anti-Semitism bill. So what I did was I showed you guys who Lucian Grunge was, who he was mixed up with, why the rap beef started. And in the black community, when they create rap beefs, people have to get a rap beef. Hold on a second, y'all. Wait a minute. Remember, y'all, in the black community, a rap beef is not justified or viable unless somebody gets shot. You can't have a rap beef without somebody getting shot up. So to justify a rap beef, you got to have shootings. You got to have disrespect. You got to have all those different things to actually cause the distraction or create the energy that will make black people turn away from what they're supposed to be doing, right? And then right up under your nose, here we go. The controversy surrounding the anti-Semitism bill explained. And all we doing right now is just reading the bill and educating my people, YouTube. That's all I'm doing. I believe that it's my right as an American, I think. Hold on. This bill, which was passed in the House, codifies a federal definition of anti-Semitism and has drawn criticism from both sides of the aisle, right? Now, I'm going to do something, right? Hold on. I'm going to do something for y'all. I'm going to do something for y'all one time. One time. And I don't know if this is going to get me in trouble or not, but I'm going to do something one time. Here we go. I'm gonna do this one time for y'all. Now, before I read this bill, what I want to do, Doug, is this. You're not gonna get this nowhere else. Haim Solomon, the man who financed the American Revolution, a Jewish American hero. This is the man who helped fund the revolution of America and helped create the establishment of America. So America is always going to be indebted to the Jewish community. Because right at the forefront of the so-called building of their movement was the Jew who cut the check, right? They're not going to tell you this. They're not going to tell you this. This guy, man, this guy right here, you can look him up. But now I'm going to move over and I'm going to get into this bill, right? I just want y'all to see that so that way I can preface to why I'm reading what I'm reading. Now, while all of this is going on, this is being passed. The bill, which was passed in the White House, codified federal definition of anti-Semitism, right? The bill will codify the definition of anti-Semitism in response to the unrest on the university campuses. It's making its way through the Senate, albeit slowly and not without controversy. Despite overwhelming support for the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, pay attention, y'all. You see how people ran out, Janice and Doug, how they ran out of here when I pulled this up, and you think we're gonna get reparations? This is the stuff that I'm talking about. The Anti-Awareness Act in the House, where it passed last week on 320 to 91 vote. The bill, now I ain't gonna say that because I might get in trouble. The bill drew criticism from both sides of the aisle, with some Republicans saying it could outlaw Christian biblical teachings, and some Democrats saying it infringes on free speech and free rights. Right? Hold on. This is like crazy. What is it doing? Oh yeah, it's like real crazy. What does now? Watch this, y'all. Watch this, Doug. Why is John frozen like that? Hold on. Hold up, y'all. What in the world? Wait a minute. My TV was acting crazy. Hold on 1 second. This John gotta come. Oh yeah, it's acting crazy here. Okay, so what does the anti-Semitism bill say? Let me make this bigger. The legislation will for the first time, enshrine a definition of anti-Semitism into federal law by adopting adopting wording settled upon in 2016 by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. Now, one will ask the question, George, why are you reading this? Well, for those of you guys that say you want an FBA claim, you can learn something from the Jewish community. Yeah, because I'm teaching something, and a lot of our people, man, I'm telling you, Doug, they don't want, man, listen, Doug, this is why I just start focusing on the kids. She, what's going on, man? Hey, She, we had fun at the baseball game yesterday, didn't we? All right, now look, a group of 35 member countries that include the United States and Israel. The definition then could be used for enforcement of federal anti-discrimination laws on campuses, right? The intergovernmental organizations founded in 1998 to increase and promote education, research, and awareness related to, now I want y'all to see this, right? I want y'all to see this because this is important, right? This is important because this is how hard they go, right? This is how hard they go. Make sure if you guys want to support, if you want to support, man, you can support through the Cash App at the top, or you can support through the PayPal at the top. Right there at the top, pin in the comment section if you guys want to support to the foundation, right? We got something right there, pinned to the top. Now I want y'all to see this because this is important. This is important, Rashid. And I'm not mad at the Jews for this. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But how many bills are black Americans drafting, or you just waiting for Jesus to come do it for you? You waiting for clergy to come do it for you. Watch this. Watch this. The intergovernmental organizations founded in 1998 to increase and promote education, research, and awareness related to the Holocaust, adopted legally non-binding language in 2016 that defines anti-Semitism as a certain as a certain perception of Jews. Wow. I'm going to do a stream on this by itself. As a look at this, y'all. Listen to this. As a certain perception of Jews. You mean to tell me that everybody has a preconceived notion or a certain perception of Black Americans, even the coons, which may be expressed as hatred towards Jews. Examples of the definitions, applications, including accusing Jews as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Jewish person, or group. So now you're not allowed to criticize the Jews that control the music industry. Listen, y'all. Examples of the definition application, including accusing Jews as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Jewish person or a group, and making dehumanizing, demonizing, and stereotypical allegations about Jews, such as the power of Jews as a collective. See, now I'm about to get angry. Because while you niggas is turning up, this is why I don't respect y'all. Look at what they doing. You can't even call them out no more. They ain't playing. They got a monopoly on the industry. So what? You better not say anything that's anti-Semitic. But yet and still, they can produce movies where you depicted as a nigger, the worst kind of nigger. You call yourself that. You destroy yourself. They have preconceived notions about you. The education in America teaches them to have preconceived notions about you. And you ain't fighting nowhere to get nothing on the books. You worried about a Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle. But right here, December the 9th, they have a bill that's passing through the Senate floor right now where you can't even criticize them no more. Tell me where you're going to get this teaching anywhere else. Who else is talking about it? Look. The definition also includes denying the Jewish people their right to self-determination. They've been denying Black folks the right to self-determination forever. Claiming that Israel's existence is a racist endeavor, and drawing comparisons between current Israel policy and Nazi policy. The bill currently before the Senate will instruct the Department of Education to take into consideration the definition of anti-Semitism as a part of the department's assessments of whether the practice was motivated by anti-Semitic intent. Woo! When investigating allegations of discriminations against Jewish students on college campuses, if universities fail to restrict statements covered by the definition, they could be at risk of having their federal funds withheld. Jesus Christ, man. Y'all don't understand, man. You get tired, Janice, of coming on here teaching this stuff, knowing that it goes on deaf ears. Tariq Nasheed, and there's no distant brother Tariq. He go live, all you niggas run right over there to Tariq. All you niggas run right over there to the Black Authority. But there's millions of channels of people giving the information. And there's no shade or hate on them. I'm just saying, a lot of those other channels don't put the smaller channels, they don't help out the small other channels. They just come and do their thing, and then they go away. The powers that be, I'm going to say this, and it's going to be controversial, Doug. The powers that be allow those channels to flourish because they know outside they're not really going to do anything to cause any type of real change. How did the bill come to be? The bill was introduced by Republican Representative Mike Longer of New York and Democratic Republican Josh Gottomir of New Jersey in response to the growing pro-Palestinian protests on campuses and allegations of anti-Semitism springing from them. So you can't even protest. What you say, Doug? In that bill, it calls about quoting scripture. Yes. Right now, without clear definition of anti-Semitism, the Department of Education and college administrators are having trouble discerning whether the conduct is anti-Semitic or not. Well, let me ask y'all a question. What is anti-black person? I'm not gonna read no more of this because I'm gonna do a live stream on this. Because this is kind of long. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unshare because I'm past the hour. Hold on a second. I'm gonna ask a question to the people. What is anti-black? What is anti-Negro? Or whatever you want to call us, right? Let me ask you guys a question. When you go into a courtroom, is there any way for you to determine or decipher that a white judge has a preconceived notion about you based off of skin color? Is there any way of determining that? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. You're standing in the courtroom and there's a judge looking down at you, a woman judge or a man judge, a male judge. Is there any way to decipher whether he has a preconceived notion about you as a black person? There's no way. If you're going to get a job as a black American, is there any way of knowing that you didn't get the job based off of racial discrimination? You don't know. What bills is FBA fighting for to set in place to protect us from the hundreds of years of miseducation, where even whites are victims of miseducation because they've been conditioned to see us through the stereotypical lens that the media projected us through? They said they give you movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, with Jack Sparrow and his crew come into a foreign land and rape and plunder and destroy all the people. And then they use their media after they destroy you and your culture. And now you're behaving like them. They say, look at them people over there, when they're the ones that created it. How in good faith, even the coon is looked at. I hear black people always say, well, the black community is not a monolith. We have different ideas and different, but these people that despise you see you all as one group, the N-word. You may be a little more articulate than him, but you're still beneath them. How will I ever know if they see me as beneath them in this country? Well, what the Jews is doing is they're going out of their way to protect themselves from any group. Either you with them or you against them. Right or wrong, weak or strong. They're not trying to hear none of that. You say anything about us. If we got a monopoly on the market and we got the market corner, so what? We wish you say something about us. That's anti-Semitic. What do we have set in place to protect us? I like to ask the brothers like Tariq, brothers like other brothers that can get 10, 15,000 people in the room. What are you doing with your platforms to get people, unify people under one common thought, an independent thought that we can begin to build? Because when I read what the Jews want, you can be mad at them, but why? They're not playing. As a black American, how do I even know that a Jew is discriminating against me, where most of them come in the form of a white man? I have no idea. I don't know. I am a black American, and my image has been disparaged, destroyed all across America through media. I was supposed to have equal protection under the law. We found out that we have judges on benches that's been arrested for illegally arresting black men. illegally sentencing black men. We have a president of the United States of America that was best friends with a well-known white supremacist, Strom Thurmond. He even did the eulogy at his funeral. He is the president of the United States of America. And he was best friends with a well-known white supremacist. And guess what? Black folks voted for him. Black folks love him. Black folks don't take him to task or hold him accountable. If I catch a felony in this country, it's certain jobs that I can't get, and I'm held accountable for the felony for the rest of my life. But this man in America could be best friends with a well-known white supremacist that ran for the president's office back in the day. Strom Thurmond. He was a big proponent. He was a big proponent of segregation then, segregation now, segregation forever. And your president, Joe Biden, was best friends with him. He was a mentor to Joe Biden. Him and Joe Biden wrote up the crime bills. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Hold up for a minute. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Wait a minute. Let me put this over. I want y'all to see this. Let me go down. Let me scroll down. Ooh wee! Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Let me share my screen. Cause y'all got me in my bag now for a minute. Because this is based off of, now, this is your president, and this is Strom Thurmond. So I would ask the Jewish community, and I would ask America, who's protecting black people? This man was a well-known white supremacist, well-known. Your president is sitting right next to him. Listen, y'all. In 1982, Biden gave a nationally broadcast Democratic response to the president's weekly radio address. He accused Reagan of unnecessary budget cuts to crime funding. Violent crime is as real as a threat to our national security as any foreign threat, he said. We will have a military budget of $253 billion in 1983, yet 1983 will spend less than $3 billion fighting crime, right? This is what he did. Hold on. I want y'all to see what he did. I want to pull these acts up real quick. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He wrote, I'm trying to find the bills that he wrote so we can see it. In June 1981, but these are the budget cuts. And I did these streams so many years ago, I forgot which one. All right, hold on. Let me type it in like this. Let me type it in like this. I want y'all to see this, right? I want to pull up his crime, not just the 94 crime bill. I'm gonna do a stream on this though, where I have everything, because I hate when I'm live and I'm trying to pull everything up. because these is focusing on a 94 crime bill, but I don't want one with the 94 crime bill. Put it this way, because I'll come back and do a stream on it. Because I gotta be able to pull everything up where I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Because he wrote, I'll come back. I'll share the screen. He wrote the 82 crime bill, the 84 crime bill, the hold on, let me see, because I really want to show you all this, man. Hold on a second. I want to find this joint for y'all, man, so bad. I did a lot of streams over the years, and I got all this stuff. You know, people that know me, I have all this stuff. But let me just say this before we get out of here, right? I'm asking this FBA, what do we have set in place to protect Black people? What new bills are we putting on the Congress and the Senate floor, forcing their hand to protect us? The Jewish people taking care of their people, they taking care of themselves. What are we doing to protect ourselves? That's all I'm asking. What are we doing? What are we setting in place to protect us? Huh? My skin is my sin. I'm a Black person. Do you know in 2024, it's still certain things that I can't sell in the media on TV because of my face, because of my skin? People see me and won't buy from me. My image is tarnished as a Black person. You still have people that financially fund the destruction of Black culture, right? And they make money off of it. But if you call them out, they'll get you in trouble. Who's protecting my people? The Black Caucus ain't worth nothing. I'm asking Black people, what do we have set in place that's going to protect us? Where are our bills? So while you guys are distracted by Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they pushing bills in front of your face. They took and put the P. Diddy stuff away because you so enamored with the battles. You're not paying attention to nothing. You're not paying attention to nothing. What are we doing to mobilize Black people in cities across America? Huh? What are we doing? What are we doing? All y'all went out and voted for, want to vote for Trump, you want to vote for Biden. But what is the idea of the Black man and Black woman separated from them? What is our identity? Who do we want to be? What do we want for ourselves? Huh? What do we want for ourselves? That's the question that we ask. Or are you too busy turned up in the club? Because see, Dr. King and Malcolm X and all the leaders back in the day, they were young. They weren't old people. They were young men, young women. Daisy Bates, Barbara Johns. They were young people on the front line fighting for our equality as a people. Fighting, trying to liberate us as a people. What are you doing? You in the club turned up listening to Kendrick Lamar's beef that was set up. Man, hold on, man. You in the club listening to Kendrick Lamar's beef that was set up by this man and his crew. You in the club turned up listening to and being duped and don't even understand what's going on. The culprits behind the scenes set you up again. But I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna do another live stream. Yep, and I'm gonna do another live stream on that bill, the anti-Semitism bill. I'm not mad at them for that. What are we doing? What are we doing? Where's our bill? Where's our FBA bill at? Where's our bill? We got to tighten up, family. We're running out of time. But I'm gonna cut this video short here, man. I hope those that donated, thank you for those that donated, man, and supporting our foundation. Listen, we can't function without the people. We got some new shirts we're gonna be putting online. We're gonna be having our Urban Nerd Show online. Make sure y'all go online and get a shirt. Support the foundation. Support the movement. Support Black business. Support what Black people is doing. Support FBA. Remember, I love my people more than they hate themselves, and I pray to the universal creator Most High that these words was enough to inspire you. These words are enough to make you look at yourself in the mirror and make change. These words are enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change. I hope that when you came here for information, and when you leave here greater than what you was before you came. You leave here edified. I hope that you share this information on all the social media mechanisms that we use to get the message across. It's time that we had a conversations. There was a time when our grandparents and great-grandparents and great-grandparents didn't have social media, but they still was diligent and kept plowing the road forward. And however, by any means necessary, all across the country and across the world, they got their plight out. And everybody understood and knew what was going on to the Negro in the Americas because they didn't need social media. They cried out and they stuck together and they fought. What are we doing to honor their memory? What are we doing to honor the people that was there before us? We say that the ancestors dropped the ball. We say that the elders dropped the ball. But I say there was never a ball because there was never a time in the establishment of America when our people wasn't fighting, when our people wasn't fighting from the ground. Today, we have way more opportunity than our parents ever had, than our great-grandparents and grandparents ever had. What are we doing to establish ourselves? What are we doing to build on what they left for us? Or are we just accusing them of what they didn't do? What are you doing today when you have the so-called ball? What are you doing? 50 years from now, how are you going to be remembered in Black history? What are they going to say about our generation? Or are we going to keep reaching back to Dr. King, Stokely Carmichael, Medgar Evers, and all the people of the past, 1960 on back? Or are we going to keep hanging our hats on that history and time? Or are we going to move the needle forward now while we have the opportunity, while we are alive and have opportunity to move it forward? What are we going to do? That's why I say I love my people more than they hate themselves. And I pray to that universal creator Most High that my words is enough to inspire you, that you may look at yourself in the mirror and know you have to make change, and you look at the generations coming behind you and know you have to make change. That's why I say that. Or you just turned up in the club without a care in the world about legacy or tomorrow. You don't give a damn because you're socially engineered to kill yourself. And you love killing yourself. So before I can teach you anything, I got to get the nigga out you. Remember, I love you. Till the next time, peace.